chat with Killian O'Driscoll, Director of Projects at NIBRT. So why is NIBRT at Career Zoo today? What are you hoping to get out of the event?
So NIBRT is the National Institute for Bioprocessing Research and Training, and what our role is to help grow and develop the biopharma sector in Ireland. And the biopharma sector is growing very strongly, and we're here today to tell people about that good news story and to help train people for the sector.
At Career Zoo 2014, you said that Ireland was a leader in the biotech and biopharma sectors, but you said there was room for improvement. Have you seen a lot of change over the last 2 years?
We've been delighted with the progress over the last 2 years. We've seen very strong investment. The IDA have done a terrific job in bringing in companies like BMS, like Alexion, existing companies like MSD and Pfizer are all growing. So the sector is really going through a very strong growth phase. And what all the stakeholders need to do is to make sure that we continue to have people with the right skills, the right research profiles, the scientists, the engineers, to keep the sector thriving.
Now on that, I know a mission statement of NIBRT is to help grow the pipeline. What are you doing at the moment to do that? How does NIBRT grow the pipeline?
So we work very closely with all the various different stakeholders, whether that's government, whether that's industry, or whether that's academia, to make sure that Ireland is seen as a very attractive location for biopharma investment. And that covers all things from promotion of the capability here in Ireland to training to research as well. And thankfully we've been delighted with the success that we've had with our stakeholders to date.
What does recruitment look like in life sciences and biopharma? Is it an easy sector to get into in terms of recruitment?
It's going through a very buoyant phase. I wouldn't say it's an easy sector. The bar is quite high. They're looking for very high-calibre individuals with very strong backgrounds in science and engineering. But having said that, there's opportunities right the way across the board, from operators, technicians, through to scientists, engineers, process engineers, validation engineers, supply chain, general management. So there's plenty of opportunities, but these are blue chip employers, so their standards are high. So people need to be trained to similar standards.
Another aspect of the NIBRT mission involves a focus on research. How does your research ecosystem stack up to other countries? I mean, how do we keep Ireland competitive?
Sure. Well, research is critical in the biopharma sector, where obviously our new products are driven by innovation. Ireland, as you know, has invested significantly via SFI and others in research over the last period. And that's been reflected in the international tables, where I think the latest figure says Ireland certainly within the top 20 of research performing countries. And in certain sectors we're up in number 1 and number 2 for immunology and material science. But it needs constant investment, it needs constant appraisal. We need to make sure that we're encouraging our scientists, giving them the support that they need. And NIBRT has a critical role in that. Our research is very much focused on biopharmaceutical manufacturing. We work closely with industry to make sure that the research that we do is informed by their needs, but is still very much driven by excellent science.
Perfect. Okay, so we're asking people about company culture today. Speaking generally, is there an overarching culture type among the companies you deal with?
Well, I think so. It's biopharma sector is very fortunate. Most of the companies would be described as blue chip companies. You can see at the NIBRT Bio Cluster today, we have companies like BMS, we have Merck Sharp and Dome, Pfizer are there, Alexion and others. Very strong cultures. When they invest for the long term. Very strong focus on staff development, on teamwork, all underpinned by good science and technology and engineering. So they really are prized places to work.